So we were told when you have contractions and like going to the delivery room, it's not like the movies where you're like screaming and running down the hallway. For us, it was. She was like, "Wah!" It was like that bad. So today is May 24. That's a Sunday. And so now that everything is like calmed down and settled down, we can share what happened.
Okay, so it happened May 20th at night around 11:50 p.m. I woke up because of a bad contraction that I thought was a dream.
The funny thing is, before we slept, we talked about what if you have contractions in the middle of the night? And then she dreamt about it and woke up and thought it was a dream.
And then I was like, oh, okay, it's a dream. And then after that, I felt it again. So I started
Timing, how long,
Yeah.
and how far apart.
the frequency, the
Yeah.
duration. And then it was around 8 to 7 minutes apart. And our doctor said to go to the hospital when it's like around 5.
5 minutes apart.
5 minutes apart. Okay. So then I was telling Matt, hey, I'm experiencing this, but you can still go to work.
She told me, just go back to sleep. But of course,
Go
like,
back
I'm
to
not just
sleep.
gonna go back to sleep, right? So I stayed up with her for like an hour, went back to sleep, and then I woke up at 3. She was still timing her contractions. So I was like, it hasn't stopped. No, not yet. And then she's like, go back to sleep, it's fine. Because the contractions spaced out to like 11 minutes apart, and so it was getting less.
We thought it was like a fake one.
And then I woke up at 5. She was still counting her contractions. I was like, not done yet.
Yeah, I didn't sleep. Like when I woke up at 11:50, I couldn't sleep anymore.
Yeah.
Then we had breakfast.
Tried to have breakfast.
We tried to have breakfast.
Because her contractions were so bad.
Were getting so bad. And the frequency was getting closer and closer.
Yeah, so she couldn't eat. Like, she would try to eat and she's like, oh, I have a contraction. And then when it's done, she'll try to eat. And then before she can eat, another contraction.
Yeah, so it was actually pretty fast.
Yeah.
From 7 to 6 to 5. And then checking my app, it started becoming 3 minutes apart.
And so I just told her, no, I'm not going to work anymore. We'll go straight to the hospital.
So we fixed everything.
One of our friends drove us to the hospital.
Around 7:30 a.m. Thursday, May 21. They checked me and I was already 3 cm dilated. So you actually need 10 to give birth.
Yeah, so they said they'll bring her up to the labor room. And then I was in the billing office, like signing papers. And then she just messages me, I want epidural.
Yeah,
Give me epidural.
The original plan was for me to do normal delivery with no epidural at all.
Because that's what we wanted.
That's what we wanted. I wanted. When he got up, they did the IE again and checked me. Within an hour, so that's 8:30 a.m., I was already at 6 cm.
So she opened up 3 more cm within like an hour. So we're like, okay, this is really fast now. But the pain was really bad too.
It was... I can't even explain how contractions feel. And you know, it's not like menstrual cramps. No. It starts as that maybe, but it's not.
Okay, so we were told, when you have like cramps and like going to the, not cramps, when you have contractions and like going to the delivery room, it's not like the movies where you're like screaming and running down the hallway. For us, it was. She was like, "Wah!" It was like that bad. It was.
So then we said, okay, we want epidural. And then they said, okay, but we need to contact the doctor. It'll take around 1 to 2 hours for her to get
show
here.
up. Yeah.
But it just happened that on that day when we asked for it at that time, the doctor was actually in the hospital.
Yeah.
Like she was also doing like like anesthesia for another patient in the operating room. So she came, gave me the epidural, and then I felt
Just like instant. She was like,
instant
"Ah,
relief.
I'm fine." And even though they were doing the CTG scan and we could see her contractions were up to 100 and it would like stay for a long time, she was like, I'm fine. I don't feel it.
Yeah, it was so good. And then in about 2 hours, I was 8 centimeters.
But she was starting to feel it again.
Starting to
Like the
feel it.
epidural was wearing off.
Yep.
But they said you're 8 cm, 2 cm to go. This will go fast.
It will be fast. You can give birth soon. So they gave me a time until 12 to give birth. So I said, okay. But until 12, when they checked me again, I was just stuck at 8 cm. My water's not breaking. And we found out that the baby's head was still high.
Yeah, so if the baby's head is lower, they can do things like the vacuum.
And like when they break the water,
then the baby should just like slide out. But then the baby was too high, so they can't vacuum. Like the head is still far from the opening. Can't vacuum.
The doctor ordered induction as well because my contractions were getting weaker. So imagine being induced and your epidural wearing off.
So guys, it got to the point. It was so bad that like her energy was used up already.
Just take note, I didn't sleep since the night before.
She didn't eat also. Like I think she just ate one chocolate, something like that. And then they told her, okay, now that you're induced, and then they broke her water, which was a very, very weird experience for me to see. Like all this water just come out of her. But they said every time you feel contractions, you have to push. So she would just like push as hard as she can. And then more water would come out. And I was like, is it working? But she was like gonna pass out. Like that level of like pain and pushing.
And I even told the doctor, I don't think I know how to push. They were like, you know how to push. It's just not
working. I think he's not coming out. Yeah. So eventually I started to feel like we were moving closer and closer to possible C-section. But of course I wanted to like run it by Chai, right? So I just asked the doctor.
Doctor's so nice.
I just asked him, if we reach C-section, what are the steps? What does it look like?
He actually did say we can still push for normal because he knows that's what we wanted. But he said there's a big chance
for C-section.
It's not gonna work.
So I just told him, first of all, I need to know, am I in the room with her? He said, yes, you can be there for the whole thing. And then the other one was, will it be painful or not? Is what Chai was asking. And he said, no, because you're in full anesthesia, you won't feel anything. Okay. We gave it one last go. They like put her legs up on the things and she was pushing and it's like, okay, this is it. It's not happening anymore. Because the head still didn't move down. She was still at 8 cm.
All kinds of position already.
She was pushing for like 30 minutes. And at this point, she had been in labor for almost like 14 hours already. So they said, okay, we're going to move you to the operating room. And they were going to transfer her to a small bed. But because her contractions were so bad, she's like, no, just take me in this bed. The thing is, the bed fits through the doors like just exactly. But because we were rushing, so her bed was like bumping doors, like boom, 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 boom.
But the operating room was on the same floor of like the labor room.
Yeah. So then, when we got there, they told me, okay, you have to change clothes. So I had to change the like scrubs and everything. And then when I went out to her, they were like, sir, you have to wait here. Like, why? Because we're going to do the prep first and then we'll bring you in after. But in my mind, I was worried that they would say like, oh, it's done. Like it's that fast and you weren't there.
But since I'm having contractions, I pulled Matt.
Like she just grabbed me. You're not going anywhere.
I have him on my left. I have the midwife on my right. So I was pulling both of them. And the midwife was like, I can't be here. I was like, I don't care. You're here. My two emotional support, like they were just calming me
Yeah.
down. And
So when we got in, they said, okay, we'll do the epidural again. But then Chai was like, I'm having contractions. Wait for me to stop with the contraction before injecting. So I was the one, like, of course, as the husband, your job is just to control everything around. So I was like, everyone, wait, we're not doing this yet. But her contractions were so fast. It's like 30 seconds in between. So every time they're ready to inject, she's like, oh, another contraction. So they were like, if we just inject it now, you won't feel it because you're having contractions. You're focusing on the contraction and then all the pain will be gone. So then Chai was like, okay, you can. And then they just injected her and it was like instant. She was like, all the pain is gone. It's like
yeah.
magic.
So I was numb from my underboob to my toes. So they moved me to another bed. Matt was there.
Mhm.
The medical team was there.
They put the
They put
cloth
yeah.
so that she can't sit down. And of course, I was on the side with her because I didn't want to look. But then the doctor told me, I want you to look at this. And I was like, I don't want to look. No, we're not starting the procedure yet. Just look. So he grabs her tummy and he like shakes it back and forth. And he asks her, do you feel this? And what did you feel?
Nothing. I mean, I felt like something moving. Like they're just moving my tummy. So I said, well, yes. Is there pain? No.
No.
Okay.
And then
just tugging, I said.
Yeah, just tugging. So then he took this like, I don't know if it's a pincer or a metal like clip, and he just like grabbed her skin on her stomach and like stretched it like far. Like stretched it far.
It's that far?
Yeah. Far. And then they moved her tummy again while pulling the skin. So do you feel any pain? And she was like, no.
I was like, no, there's tugging. I said, I feel something, but there's no pain.
No pain. And so it was like, okay, she's numb. We'll start the procedure.
So we started talking.
Yeah, we were just talking. We even vlogged it. We were just talking. And then all of a sudden, the doctor's just like, your baby's here.
Yeah, they suddenly said the time of birth.
Mm-hmm.
And then they showed the baby. And you're like, oh, he's here.
They rushed him off to be clean.
And Matt was like, Matt took a video of Maxel coming out. And he didn't realize that he even captured how they took him out of me.
Like her open body.
I'm open.
So I've not watched the video back.
Can't laugh.
But she has. She's watched the video back. She's like, you didn't know? You filmed it open? I'm like, no, I didn't know. But yeah, so they brought him out and I was like, okay, it's good, he's here. And then Chai said, but why is he not crying?
Because like, guys, moving. I can't see anything. It's just the ceiling and the cloth.
So I told her, it's okay, he's moving. But he's not crying.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he just cried.
He just cried. Done.
Like, just for the sake of crying.
So, after that, they did all the tests. No, not tests. They checked him. Then
cleaned him up.
They put him to me. And then after a few, maybe seconds or minutes, they just said, okay, we need to bring her to we need to bring him to the nursery. I was like...
For 6 hours.
For 6 hours to check him and stuff. I said, no. You're not taking him yet. So we asked for an additional 5 to 10 minutes for him to stay with me. And
they told her, kiss the baby.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't stop kissing him. And then there they took him to the nursery.
Mm-hmm.
And then Matt went. I told him to go with.
That's the first time baby. I felt like I'm a husband, but I'm a dad because my wife is getting sewn up right now, but my baby's going to a nursery, and I'm like, where do I go?
I told him to go there because I had my phone with me anyways in the operating room.
Mm-hmm.
So while they were stitching me up, I was just talking to the nurses there, and I was using my phone.
Yeah.
So I was just scrolling, watching TikTok, chatting people, which they were surprised that I'm chatting while I'm in the operating room.
Yeah, so I got up to the nursery and then they opened the window so I could see Maxel. And then it was so hard for me because he cried inside and I couldn't get him because there's a glass. It was so hard for me. But then I called Chai's mom so that she could see Maxel. And so we had a little bit of a video call. And then I went down to meet her in the recovery room.
Yeah, so at the recovery room, I didn't expect the shaking part of recovery after C-section. I was just shaking uncontrollably.
But it's normal.
It's
for
normal.
the anesthesia wearing off.
So it's like an hour, not really continuous. It stops, but then like it will happen. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But me being talkative, we just
Talked.
But I was like, so
yeah. But eventually, after the resting time, they took us
and then
up.
I felt itchy.
Oh
too.
yeah.
So like my tummy to my boob, something like that. But they said it's normal. It went away after a while.
So when they took us up, our room is just like 2 doors away from the nursery. So we passed by and Chai got to see Maxel at the window. And then we got to our room. And it was like the first time that, okay, everything is done and we're quiet. Right?
Yep. But that 6 hours felt long.
Yeah. So Maxwell was born at 1:48 p.m. and the contractions had started like before midnight. So that was the whole like experience. Oh, but something that morning is we have a plant, and this plant has flowers often, but like that week it didn't have any flowers.
Like a week or two. I think.
Yeah. And one day, Chai told Maxwell, he was still in the tummy, oh, when the flowers bloom, that's the day you'll come out.
Yeah.
So that morning, while she was having her contractions at home, we were looking at the sunset.
Sunrise.
So that morning when we were home, we were looking at the sunrise. And then Chai was like, there's a flower. So we ran.
We ran in the middle of my contraction. And we saw 3 flowers.
3 flowers.
It's like a reminder. It's like, okay, Mom, I'm coming out today. There's going to be 3 of us. So that represents the 3 flowers. And I love you. And we were both like, we're crying. And we knew that day is when he will be born.
Yeah. So when everything was over, we were just talking about it again. Remember we saw the flowers this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after that...
everything was good. Recovery's good. I just felt, I had a catheter and all the stuff connected to me. And then that was the time they told me, the next day you have to start walking.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where we did our best to plan. It didn't go as planned, but we know that God planned it to happen this way.
Yeah, I don't even know how I was able to do 2 kinds of birth in one birth. Does that make sense?
Like she went through everything for the normal except for the baby coming out.
But then I also did the C-section. Like full blown experience, but just one baby.
Yeah. And then the next day the doctor passed by and we asked him, okay, doc, now that everything is calm, what happened? Like, how did we end up from, oh, you're progressing from 3 cm, 6 cm, 8 cm, and like it's so fast, and then why did she get stuck on 8 cm?
Like he did explain it to us on that time, like at that time.
But we don't remember anything.
It wasn't. It's like there's not much details.
Yeah, because we were rushing to figure out what to do. So he explained to us that the baby's head is normally 35 cm, smaller than 35 cm.
It should be smaller than 35.
So Maxwell's head was 35 cm exactly. So his head wouldn't fit in the canal to come out, and so that's why it was like she was opening, but his head was still so far up because it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit.
Yeah. I did everything. I worked out like everything I could.
She walked up a whole parking lot sideways.
Just to do this normally. But God had other plans.
Yeah.
And
so today we were supposed to check out today. But Maxel was, when they did the checkups, Yeah, so he
yesterday.
has jaundice. And so he's under blue light treatment right now until 4 p.m. today, maybe up to 5 p.m.
4 p.m. they said they will check his blood again.
Mhm.
And then once he's clear, he can be back here.
Yeah.
So thank you, Lord, for my milk supply.
Oh,
too.
yeah. So she's been pumping milk for Maxel, and her milk has been a lot.
I mean,
Really good.
they did offer that
Formula or something, right?
No. They told me I can go there and breastfeed.
Mm-hmm.
But with Maxel, when he sleeps, he sleeps. Like
You wake him up to eat, he'll just...
like I did everything on the internet, remove this, remove that, wake him up, blah blah blah. Nothing works.
Yeah, so he will eat when he's hungry.
He will wake me up when he's hungry.
Yeah.
But he won't wake up when I want him to eat. So I just pump and give my milk to the nurses, and then every time he wakes up and is hungry, then they give my milk.
Yeah.
So at least I have that.
Yeah, so right now, that's what we're waiting for. We're just waiting for Maxwell's blue light therapy to finish, and then he'll come back here. And then hopefully everything...
We check out by tomorrow.
Yeah, we check out by tomorrow. Because it's been a long journey, guys.
Yeah. And still recovering, but at least now I can actually stand up and walk with not much pain.
Yeah.
But I'm still bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Yeah, so we're, of course, again, very excited.
We're now a family of 3, guys.
The
The
DelRos
DelRos
is
Now 3.
3. Yeah, 3. So I think that might be it for now. Again, we don't really know where our vlog will go from here. There will still be travels. We just don't know exactly how soon from now there will be travels and where next. But we are excited just to know that our family is changing and growing.
Yeah. And we're just so happy that he's healthy.
Yes.
And yeah, that's the most important thing. That he's healthy. We're healthy.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it, guys. So
thank you.
Thanks for joining us on our memories. And future Matt and future Chai and future Maxel. Hi, you did it. Good job.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.